What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bright, back to talk about the Walking Dead Season 9 premiere that aired this past weekend, and we're going to talk about it. So obviously, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen the episode yet, watch the episode and then come back to this video and let me know your thoughts. But in this video, we're going to talk about a couple things that you might have missed, that you probably caught. What do they mean? Easter eggs, callbacks, flash forwards, a bunch of different things. But we love The Walking Dead, and hopefully you do too. Become a valued member of the PT channel by hitting that subscribe button and become a member of our Walking Dead family. I really hope you do. We have a lot of fun here. Obviously, photo credit and info credit to these fine folks right here, AMC of The Walking Dead and Talking Dead. But first and foremost, we have to talk about Scott Wilson. He died on Saturday at the end of the episode on Sunday, and you might have missed it. You might not have understood it. But Scott Wilson died on Saturday. The Talking Dead was pre-recorded, so they couldn't talk about it on The Talking Dead because the episode was already recorded before Scott Wilson died. So hopefully they'll talk about it this Sunday. But Scott Wilson will always be Herschel Green. He died at the age of 76 with a bout with leukemia, I believe is what the reports are saying. Scott Wilson has been an actor for a long, long time, but for many of us, he will always be Herschel Green, Beth's father, Maggie's father, and a big part of the show. It's kind of interesting that we lost Scott Wilson, who played Herschel, and on the show, we got baby Herschel. So we lost one Herschel, we gained another Herschel. The circle of life. Baby Herschel is very cute. Baby Herschel, I believe, is about a year old, maybe a little over a year old, because of the 18-month time jump. You might have missed that. But I just like to see baby Herschel, Maggie, Rick, and everybody getting along. But this is the world of The Walking Dead, and that can't happen for too long anyway. Gregory is gone. He had his comic death. A little remix, a little difference, a little twist. It's a little expedited in the comic storyline, but I think this season will be pushed forward and accelerated. Either way, Gregory gets his comic death. Maggie was attacked by Earl on the show, which is different. Gregory actually attacks Maggie by poisoning her, and Jesus actually comes to her rescue. Didn't happen on the show, but Gregory likes to be a problem in the season premieres. The season 8 premiere, he joined Team Negan. We saw that in season 7 and got picked up in season 8. Here, he caused more problems, but he's gone, and I'm very glad. Maggie's not messing around. I'm on Team Maggie's side with the idea of we got to take care of our people first. The Saviors aren't really doing anything to help Hilltop. And there's a clear divide of Maggie versus Michonne and Rick versus Daryl. The ideologies are very different. Who's going to win? Is it going to take its toll on Maggie? And is that why she leaves this season? And I'm not sure why it happens or how it happens, but I'm excited to find out. Ken came and left. Just like back in season 4, when there's a noob character for part of the storyline, they're going to be killed off. Ken was basically there just for the Earl, Gregory, and Maggie storyline. Ken was the sacrificial lamb. Well, what did you think of Ken? I kind of felt bad for him because he was trying and he felt bad for the horse. And Ken's storyline came and went just like that. Also, did you catch that he was kicked by the horse, and that was what the bruise was on his chest? And he probably died from that. Also, the blood loss. But Ken's death clearly affected Maggie. It set up the problem with Earl and Tammy, which you could see some problems there still. And Gregory tried to pounce on the problem to get rid of Maggie, and he couldn't do it because Gregory sucks. Also, what's Maggie doing here with the stroller? And I'm sure it's just calming baby Herschel down with a nighttime stroll. But Tammy and Earl, I thought, showed that everything isn't great. Just because Maggie is the leader doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Maggie needs to step up and be a bigger part of the Hilltop success. Earl is locked up. We'll find out that next episode. But what happens here with Earl? Maggie's probably going to be weighed down by the decisions, and it's tough to be a leader, and I think we started to see that in the episode. I liked Maggie calling out Gregory and making his execution a public notice. You do this, this is what happens. I like that happened because Maggie isn't messing around, and I like Maggie a lot. Some people are calling her annoying, and she's this, and she's that, but I definitely felt bad for Maggie when Tammy basically called out Glenn not being there and be like, your son doesn't even have a father. I was like, oh, Tammy, you're going to get in trouble for that one. Enid trying to help Maggie shows me that Enid is ride or die for Maggie, and I love that about her. But where was Eduardo? Where was Cal? Where was Jesus? Where's Aaron? Where are these people to help out Maggie? But I saw a connection with Enid and Sadiq. I believe Enid is trying to help Sadiq and learn some medical training and be another doctor on the show. We lost so many doctors. Sadiq is the only one we have. Enid can learn some medicine there from him. Also, Sadiq. I had this big conversation through the comments. Why was Sadiq there? And somebody brought up a good point. It's important to have a doctor during runs, almost like a military medic. But if he's the only one, we need him alive. And I don't know about you, but this was pretty awesome. This is probably one of the best walkers we've seen in a long time. And I don't know if anything is going to beat the well walker, but this was pretty cool. I love the CGI spiders and the big spider that came out. And the funny thing is that Greg Nicotero directed this episode, and he said on The Talking Dead that he's deathly afraid of spiders, and he wouldn't even want to watch this. He was like, all right, sounds good, let's move on. Angela Kang, pick the spider. All right, enough of this. And I saw the comic connection with Regina and Old Man Rick. Regina has the cane and she's limping around, just like Old Man Rick in the comics. We don't have Old Man Rick like that now because of the comic twists and he didn't hurt his leg. But Regina with the cane limping around, to me, is the show's Old Man Rick with the cane. I kind of would like to see Old Man Rick. I want Rick Grimes to be on the show forever, but that's clearly not going to happen as we're going to have Rick Grimes' final episodes. But we did get a little Old Man Rick, a little flash forward back in season 8, what may happen, a future that Carl wanted and everybody really wanted, really one of peace and everybody working together. Will that ever happen? I doubt it. But I would love, love, love if Andrew Lincoln came back many seasons down the road. I'm talking about like season 11 or 12, and we saw Old Man Rick. That would be awesome. Not sure it's going to happen. But did you catch the A-frame? We saw a bunch of A's, and did you catch what Judith and Michonne were talking about during Judith's painting? It's very drippy. The heart's very full. The blood's dripping on you. We have a whole theory about the foreshadowing that's from this painting. The Walking Dead loves to have things that set up other things. Judith's painting, to me, setting up some big things in the future with Michonne. Is Michonne going to have blood on her hands? Is blood going to be dripping on her from Rick or someone else? I think there's foreshadowing here. Let me know your thoughts. Check out the video and let me know. We saw the bridge destroyed. I'm just not sure what happened in the year and a half to cause this much thing. They said it was a storm, and some storms damaged the bridge and a couple of the routes. I believe there's 4 routes, A, B, C, and D. We saw A and B, and they talked about the other ones, but the bridge is going to be a point of emphasis this season. Obviously, starting next week's episode is titled The Bridge. And this bridge we have not seen before. It's not the one from season 7 or any other parts of the story. Rick and Daryl's conversation here. I love the callback to season 1 and the smaller group, probably season 1 and season 2. With that smaller group, we could have done anything, Daryl says, and I agree. Also, I love that he mentions his brother. He doesn't say Merle, but he's clearly talking about Merle and that he kind of misses him a little bit, but he remembers them fighting, and I love the callbacks to prior seasons. I miss Merle a little bit. And it's hard to read the sign because it's backwards, but it says horticultural management, and that's where they got the seeds, which is probably the main reason they went to the museum, but they also got a canoe and a plow and a wagon. And I want to know your thoughts about this. When Rick puts his axe or hatchet down, whatever you want to call it, is that dust? Is that showing how many years have gone by since anyone has been in this room? I'm guessing that's what it is, of all that dust and spider webs. That drawer had a lot of packets. And I'm guessing the seeds will be put just at the sanctuary, hopefully a couple other spots too. And also the guy was talking to Rick saying that the rain is coming, which should help out the sanctuary for the crops. The de-evolution of man, and Anne likes it. And obviously it's a comment about evolution, where we've come all the way to be Homo sapiens, and now we're walkers. It's a step in the wrong direction. Is this evolution inevitable? Part of the storyline. Anne's character is pretty interesting. Every season it's more and more interesting. She was a teacher before. Is that a story? Is that fake? But she knew there were seeds there, and she used to take her class there, so there's more to this character for sure. The Manifest Destiny, written underneath the glass there, where all the walkers are, were pretty interesting, as I think it's The Walking Dead being funny about Manifest Destiny and the westward expansion. The walkers are going to be a problem. It has to have to do with the walkers, most likely because they were surrounded by walkers down there around the words. The westward expansion, that was written on the other wall too, so we're going to see more walkers branching out, being a problem, and I could see it being a connection with the Whispered Borders. And did you catch the smudge right on the Civil War? That's what we're having on The Walking Dead, a civil war. Rick and Michonne versus Maggie and Daryl. And I don't think there's going to be actual bloodshed between the two, but we clearly have a difference of opinion. 2 sides and 2 different views for the future. Also, I saw Michonne's idea about laws, the future, and rebuilding the world, as comic Michonne was a lawyer. We haven't heard Michonne's profession on the show, but it could be the same, that she was a lawyer before the zombie apocalypse. And I just want to comment about the picture right here. I think it looks really good. It's a great shot of DC. We probably won't see the White House or anything later down the road, but I thought the CG and everything looked really great. What did you think about it? And I got to talk about Ezekiel and Carol, Car Ezekiel. And a lot of people think their relationship is forced. I don't think so. I like it. I like Ezekiel and Carol, and I got a little emotional when they were talking about the future. And Carol, I just remember what she's been through. And Carol's face there is like, put that thing away. You know, she doesn't want to be committed like that because she thinks of bad things will happen now. And I mean, she's right. Look at her past. Tobin, Ed, and Ed was terrible. I like how she commented about her prior relationships. And I just love that about Carol. Carol and Ezekiel, I think, are a good relationship. They'll end up together, but Carol's just being smart. And Carol's a survivor. And you gotta love Melissa McBride. I love the Carol and Daryl connection, and I love the callback back to the prior seasons when Carol called Daryl Pookie, and she called him Pookie again in this season 9 premiere. I just love the little things like that. Did you catch that? And there you go, guys. There's my topics for discussion, Easter eggs, things you may have missed. I thought the episode was very good. Was it the best premiere ever? No, but it's a step in the right direction, and I think a big, good step for the series. Did you catch the things I talked about? Did I miss anything? I don't always catch everything. Let me know if I missed anything for sure. And do you agree or disagree? I have no problem with differences of opinions. Just don't be rude and disrespectful and be cursing at me or anybody on this channel. I got zero tolerance for hate. You will be blocked. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Become a valued member of the PT channel and our Walking Dead family. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it.